Hey everybody, welcome to Vlog 115. My name is Jaime, the shut-in cartoonist musician who is vlogcasting, of course, from the Corn Tortilla Press World headquarters, located on that quaint little island that floats off the coast of Oakland, California. Today we're going to talk about somebody that was very influential to me growing up and still is musically and style-wise, we'll just say as well. But he was known as Mr. Dynamite, Mr. Please, 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 the hardest working man in show business. I'm talking about James Brown. This box set just alone. I have a lot of his vinyl, some CDs, but I bought this in 1991 off Polydor Records. It's a 4 CD set with a booklet. It's pretty comprehensive. Now, I listen to Spotify and stuff, and I put James Brown on there and things like that, but they don't have a lot of the alternate takes and live takes that this does. Don't know if you're still into CDs, but I load them into my computer, which you can do as well, and then I pop them into an old iPod, which I still listen to through speakers, and I can listen to just about anything I want. So, yeah, I got a James Brown story. I got a couple. I'll give you a 2-for-1. One I'm going to probably make into a comic strip, so I don't know if I want to tell that one, but or a comic story. But I've seen James Brown 5 times in my life, and the 4th time I saw him stands out. All the shows were great, but the 4th one stands out only because of the intro. I think it was 1982, and I was living in San Francisco, but a buddy of mine who still lives in Sacramento called me. He's not a buddy any longer for reasons I won't talk about, but we were pretty tight back then. And he calls me and say, "Hey man, JB's playing at Cal Expo at the State Fair. You got to come up." So I said, okay. I made plans, and up I went. And of course, we go to Cal Expo, which is the State Fair, and it was in the fall back in those days. And it was still hot out, and we loaded up on beers and saw James Brown. And the band starts and they're vamping away, and I forgot who his announcer was. I just remember watching Jimmy Chank Nolan on guitar, and but as they're vamping, the guy's doing the whole, his hype man, his MC's doing the whole, Mr. Dynamite himself, Mr. Please, 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 with hits like Papa's got a brand new bag, and he's doing all that stuff. And finally goes, "Here's the hardest working man in show business, Mr. James Brown." And the place goes nuts, but there's no James. And the whole band's looking off stage, right? They're still vamping away, doing their stuff, right? And this guy goes back, he think he did 3 or 4 times. Mister, he's got hits like, "Try Me," boom, boom, running down all the songs. And then finally he announces him, and James hits the stage. And of course, the place goes off. We're drunk, dancing, and having a great time. And afterwards, we went and got beers and walked around the Midway and went home. So I'm staying at my mom's. The next day, I get up, read the paper. And Mom goes, "Hey, they got the James Brown review, that show you were at last night." "Oh, let me check that out." So, and the guy talks about what a great show it was, but he also talks about what took James so long to hit the stage was that apparently he got served with a paternity suit just as he was getting ready to walk on stage. So that was the delay. Now, the other James Brown story I got is I'm going to put it in comic book form eventually. I could still do it because, I have 50 some subscribers here, and I'm sure maybe half of you watch this, so it's probably safe. So, but anyway, my friend Bob Galliani, dear friend, known Bob probably 30 years. He was my neighbor in San Francisco. Actually, I rented one of the apartments of the building he owned. It had 6 apartments. And Bob and I got to be good friends there. Then we moved to Marin. Then about 2 years later, Bob and his wife and family moved to Marin. So we play music together, hang out. But nonetheless, Bob used to work with the Gavin Report. And that was a big radio publication. Big in radio for years and years and years. Him and his brother did the publication and all that for it. And it was a very important publication. It was the Bible of radio. So he, first name basis with you name it, he knows him. He's got stories about everybody. But this one in particular is great. At the Gavin Report, the offices were based in the East Bay somewhere at this point. He says there's less than 10 people on the staff. He goes, there's only one person of color. It's this African-American guy, black guy. Can't remember his name. He says a very flamboyant gay man, and who dressed, in crazy, like kind of music biz clothes. But he says once a year, James Brown would come by the Gavin Report to check on things. And this guy and James had this rapport. They had a contest going, though, of who can outdo each other in outfits. You heard me right, in outfits, clothing. So one year, Bob says, this guy shows up to work, and he's wearing a full-on peacock suit. a jacket and pants that are in peacock feathers. Says they're all down, they're not poking out, they're all like nice and smooth. The sleeves, everything. The pants, guy says he had green iridescent shoes that matched, that looked like they were part of the ensemble, had the tie and everything. You know, his hair done right, the whole shebang. So sure enough, later that day, in walks James Brown by himself. And James is wearing a pink three-piece suit, light pink. Like a really, just a really light, like Pepto-Bismol pink. Jacket, vest, pants with patent leather pink shoes, not patent leather, but a pink bow tie. I think he had a white shirt, he said. And so the guy goes, James, I think I got you this time, dude. I'm wearing, this peacock thing. It trumps your, but, beats your pink suit. James goes, hold on a minute. He says, James took one step back, looked around the doorway, and called somebody. In comes this woman he's with. She's wearing an all pink gown with pink diamonds and stuff, pink, stiletto patent leather shoes and all that. And he says, before the guy in the peacock suit could say anything, James goes, come with me. I got more. Come here. So everybody follows James out. They go out into the front parking lot. James pulled up in he had the pink suit with a girlfriend wearing the same color pink outfit. He pulled up in a pink limousine, a matching pink limousine, and the limo driver was wearing a pink limo driver chauffeur suit with a pink chauffeur hat. James Brown. There you go, everybody. So if you get the chance, buy this. Polydor Records, 1991, Star Time. That's the name of it. James Brown. Buy any of his stuff. I have his vinyl. I have everything from him. James was been an idol of mine since I was 6 years old. So do that. Finally, I know I'm about 6-7 minutes into this. Yeah, that's it. So hopefully you guys had a good weekend. I did, certainly had a great one. And if you have to go out, and probably will at one point, be sure to mask up, be sure to wash those hands and sanitize them. Keep the hell away from people. Most importantly, be kind to yourself and be kind to others. Don't forget to subscribe. And of course, I'll throw my website down there just in case you're interested. All right, everybody, I'll see you next time.